Hey everyone, welcome to IT Samurai Teacher. My name is Sheikh Abdul. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install remote IT on Raspberry Pi 5 and then access it remotely from a Windows machine using remote desktop protocol RDP. But first, let's talk a bit about what remote IT and why it's so useful. So, what is remote IT? Remote IT is a powerful tool that allows you to securely access your device over the internet without exposing them to potential threats. It creates a secure connection to your device, eliminating the need for port forwarding or static IP addresses. This is especially useful for Raspberry Pi users who want to manage their devices remotely. Japan, China, USA, from India, any part of the world. So sometimes the users need to connect remotely to do projects, home automation, or simply tinkering with different setups. Okay. So with remote IT, you can easily connect your Raspberry Pi from anywhere in the world. As I told you, monitor its status and even access different services like SSH. You can see I'm running that now, and RDP. This makes it essential tool for developers, project, hobbies, anyone who needs to manage the multiple devices remotely. Now you can see how many services you can connect: HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, VNC, RDP, SMB. There's many more. My goodness, there's many more you can connect from the remote IP. What a cool tool! And I'm going to show you everything. Today video, I'm going to show you SSH and RDP. My main focus was RDP, but I'm going to show you how to configure the SSH too. So one stone, two birds down, right? So first thing first, make sure your Raspberry Pi is set up and connected to the internet. You should have Raspberry OS installed and updated. If you haven't done this yet, check out my previous video on setting up Raspberry Pi 5. Okay, first of all, what you need to do is you go to remote.it. You can type www.remote.it. Okay, not .com, www.remote.it. So that's the website. Once you go to the website, you need to create a free account. I'm going to do a sign up. Click sign up button. And after that, you need to enter your email address. I'm going to use my email address. So I'm going to use shihab.tool@samuraiteacher.com, and I'm going to enter password. I'm going to say agree to remote IT and create account. Okay, checking verify account. An email verification link has been sent to you. Click the link and return here. So I'm going to jump into my email. I'm going to verify. Okay, I just verify from my email. I'm going to continue. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to remember, and I'm going to enter my password and sign in. Okay, seems like I able to register. This is totally free, so you can do your own thing. And we have nice overview. I'm going to go through this very quickly and explain you everything. Now, when I click add a device, now you will get the first page like this. You can add a device. If you go to the connection, you can see I don't have any connection. So to add a connection, add it to your Raspberry Pi, you click the plus sign, and after that you can add a device. You can add any device you want, but we're going to focus on the Raspberry Pi because I'm going to configure the Raspberry Pi 5. I'm going to click the Raspberry Pi icon, Now you will get like this. Now remember that we didn't do anything on our Raspberry Pi. Okay, so now when we added a connection, you will see for any Raspberry Pi or Linux basis, run this command on your device. So we need to run this command. We're going to copy this. We're going to copy this code, and I'm going to bring up the SSH terminal. Now I have the Raspberry Pi SSH terminal, and I'm going to paste that. Actually, I copy the wrong one. Let me go back. We're going to copy the command. Okay. And I'm going back again. I'm going to paste it. Now I'm going to hit enter. Okay. Now it's going to install the setup file. You can see it takes some time. Okay, it's done. It's completed now. Now let's jump into the next step. Now once you jump into the remote IP interface, you can see you get a SSH available services. This device hosted services application are listed here. Select the service to configure it or start connection. And you can see connect, start a connection, create a connection to this service with the connection button. Click OK. Before we added the RDP, I'm going to test the SSH connection. If you go in here, you can see service created, host, service port, TCP, SSH, blah blah. If you go to the network, actually you can add a network access. So there's a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through this stuff, but in the future videos I'm going to give a full explanation after I do my own research. I'm going to hit the connect button. So once you hit the connection button, a connection was created to this service. Copy the endpoint or launch the application according to the launch method configured in the connection configuration. I'm going to say OK. Added a service application, so you can add more services like RDP and stuff. We're going to do that next. Okay, so it's connected, and I'm going to do the launch, change your launch page app URL to download desktop app. Okay, so I'm going to click this. You know what? I believe we need to have the desktop application if I'm correct. Okay, I'm going to download the putty. Because that's why it was gray, because I don't have a SSH software connection. So that's why I need to install a putty, any SSH software on your machine. Now when I go to the putty connection, you can see MSI Windows. I'm installing for Windows, and you can install to your version, whatever the OS version. So in here I'm going to have a 64-bit 64-bit machine. I'm going to here, actually I already download this one. I'm going to open the connection. I'm going to click next. I'm going to do a repair. So I have my SSH putty connection had an issue. That's why it was grayed out. Now let's go here. Yeah, I can see. I'm going to close this. Now you can see it's not gray. Now you can launch. So I'm going to click launch, and I'm going to open. Even you can install with SSCP connection. Okay, just pop up. I'm going to enter the password. Great. So we can see if config, yes. So I am able to, this is a global connection, and yes, I am able to successfully able to SSH from the remote portal. Remember that if you're in a different country, now if you think that your Raspberry Pi 5 in your home, think that you're in India and your remote IP is in India, but you're in the US, United States, and you need to SSH or RDP. Now this is SSH, so you be able to SSH to your Raspberry Pi from a different country or different place, totally remotely. You're able to access your Raspberry Pi 5. Now think that you want to do RDP connection, remote desktop connection from anywhere in the world. What you need to do here is we need to add another new connection in here. Let's jump in and do that. Now let's let me explain you what's this stuff in here before we jump into the RDP. I was thinking to explain about the SSH so you have a good idea what's going on. So in here you can see when you roll over your mouse, you will change in here. So the first one, copy endpoint, so public endpoint. So this is the external address and port you use to connect to your device remotely. And after that, host, the address of the proxy server used for the connection. And after that, port number, the specific port on the proxy server. And last, SSH URL, the SSH command URL to connect to your Raspberry Pi. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Now you can see you can launch, and from launch you're able to SSH, enter your password, that's all, you're able to launch correctly. Now think that you don't want to log into this remote.it portal. You don't have a time, but what you need to do is you just copy this. Okay, you just copy this one and put it in a notepad or somewhere and open. Now think that you don't have a computer, you are in a public and you have only this code. So you go to a CMD command prompt and paste this. My bad. So you need to change a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change it. So we normally SSH, and I'm going to type the username pi5 my Raspberry Pi and @ sign, and we type proxy 16 and .rt3, the same one I copy IO. Now this is the one I'm going to change, right? Which we remove this semicolon and slash to slash, and we put SSH directly this and dash, and I'm going to put P. So this tell you SS connect to the proxy 16.rt3.io on a port 34696. 34696. Because it's saying connect to the 34696 instead of the default port 22, because it's default port 22. That's why we're going to change, instead of default port 22, we tell them to connect to this port. Now enter your password and you're able to SSH your Raspberry Pi. Now this method you can copy only this one, or remember this address, and when you go to a different computer or different part of the world, and you don't need to log into the remote portal unless if it's stopped. So if it's running, that's fine. Just connect to a machine and type this command, and you're able to remote SSH to your any Raspberry Pi if you configure it on the remote app. Okay, now we're going to install the RDP service. If you go to the connection, you will see only the connections, but actually if you want to install the RDP service, you go to the devices on your left side and you will see a bunch of lists. Now I have only Raspberry Pi 5, so that's the only one device I'm seeing here. But if you install different kind of devices, you will see a bunch of here. So choose your device and you will get like this. Now you can see SSH is still running. I can disconnect make sure if you disconnect, that means you're not able to connect to SSH from any country part of the world. So you need to make sure you have to run it. You need to connect, then you can able to SSH. Now our plan is to install the service, RDP service. Now if you go to the device, choose your device, and after that in the service, in the upper corner in the plus sign, click that. Now you will get a bunch of information here. Choose the RDP. We're going to install the RDP, and the other stuff we probably in the next future videos I'm going to show you how to do this. But for now, the RDP, just don't touch anything, just hit save. Keep it default and simple. Now RDP is installed, and it takes some time to generate everything, and so you can see connect is able to press connect button. Now it's connecting. You can see the duration. It's still connecting. Public proxy, it's already connected. Launch is gray out. Now why is grayed out? Because if you remember, when I do the SSH, it also grayed out, but after I install the PuTTY, it's able to connect. Now in here, as same, you can do your own research and install whatever the RDP connection, but I'm going to show you the simplest way. What I'm going to do, normally in here, as I told you, copy the command, RDP command. Now it says missing info found. That means you need to enter your username. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type my Raspberry Pi username. I'm going to save it, and after that just copy the command. Now the thing is, it's not going to work like that. You open a notepad and put it all, paste it. The only part we need to RDP is this part. So copy that, paste it. Now this is the part. Now think that if you want to go to a different place, different location, but you don't want to connect to the app remote.it every time and RDP or get this number. So keep it safe, this number, or memorize it. And if you're in a different location, if you want to do a public computer to RDP, copy and paste and open RDP on your machine. And RDP comes up like this. Paste it, click connect. You can see identify the remote computer cannot be identified. Do you want to correct anyway? Yes. So we can see it's connecting. Log into Raspberry Pi, and I'm going to use Pi5, and I'm going to enter the password. Click OK. Damn, see, I'm able to RDP. So remember that XRDP you need to install. You need to enable the VNC service. So this stuff I already show my recent videos. If you don't know how to do that, please go on my channel and look for the XRDP, remote desktop connection. So make sure you install the remote desktop connection XRDP application. Though XRDP only for local host, that means in your same home you can RDP, or in your office same location you RDP. But now we use in advance, we use remote IT connect from a different country, totally different location. See, it's good. So I'm going to close this. You can see proxy 16. You know what, I'm going to minimize and see what kind of information I can get from here. Connection, you can see the RDP connection here. You can see it's running 3 minutes. So I told you that if you can save the command I show you recently, and you able to connect from anywhere in the world, RDP or SSH connection, without logging to the remote IT. I think this is a very, very cool tool to have, because sometimes you plug your Raspberry Pi home and you want to connect from maybe you're going for vacation and you want RDP or SSH. I think this is a good way you can RDP or SSH and do troubleshoot or any configuration to your Raspberry Pi. Everything looks good. I'm going to click disconnect. and see, yes, my RDP connection lost. So I'm going to show you. You can see here your remote desktop service has been session has ended. So this is also good that if you want to that if you have a computer, you RDP, sorry, I apologize, app remote, log into your app remote and connect these services. So then after that you able to RDP. So that's a secure connection that you don't need to connect all the time, but only you want to, then you connect and disconnect after you done your work. So you have a good secure connection with your Raspberry Pi. But just in case that if you don't have a computer that you want to run it always, just connect and go for your vacation, and whenever you have time, connect from your mobile or any public computer and do the troubleshooting. So you save that you don't need to connect to your remote IT. If you think that credential can stolen from your different IP computer, you can only RDP or SSH your devices. I hope this helps this video, and I'm going to show you different way how to remote your Raspberry Pi. For that, please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. And if you have any question, please let me know. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much.